Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with a quick weather update for you, and this is really a tropical weather update. So the real part of the weather for the next rest of tonight through all of Labor Day weekend through until like Tuesday, we have a high pressure system in place, and this is going to be related to the tropical update, so follow along. We have in place what's called a Rex block. So up north, we have a high pressure system, and this high pressure system is going to be spinning clockwise in the northern hemisphere. Then below it, we have a low pressure system spinning counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. So the low pressure system is the remnants, or at least right now, it's Tropical Storm Ophelia. That is the low pressure system. The high pressure system giving us this beautiful evening right now. They're on top of each other, and that creates this little figure 8 motion. And when you have this little figure 8 motion in place, that means we're having movement cancel out. Westward movement is canceled out by eastward movement. Northward movement is canceled out by southward movement. So when both of these forces cancel each other out, you have no movement, meaning the high pressure system that is in place over us is going to be staying over us. So that's the quick little weather update. And actually for tomorrow, it's going to be pretty nice, like a pre-fall. Meteorological fall starts this Friday, September 1st. So what we're going to be seeing, beautiful weather for at least like the next 5 days. So because it's going to be calm, let's talk about the tropics. Now, we did talk about on my live stream that recently the National Hurricane Center and NOAA, they put out the increased chances of a higher than normal hurricane season, or more active than normal hurricane season. There is a 60% chance for a more active than normal hurricane season. I believe they said between 14 and 22 named storms. Now, that doesn't mean any one particular area in the U.S. is going to be getting 14 to 22 storms, named storms. That's the entire Atlantic basin, the Atlantic Ocean, all of the Atlantic Ocean. So that includes Africa, that includes Europe, that includes the Caribbean. So, tropical update. Ophelia made landfall. And my uncle does live in Florida. He had to evacuate. I'm going to put up right now a radar loop. So this is a loop I took from yesterday at about 7:30 p.m. Now this radar loop, it's really cool that you could see the spin really well. It's very well defined. So that was what we were kind of experiencing in Florida, is that hurricane that didn't really travel up the spine of Florida. Some forecast models were doing that. This stayed, with most of the forecast models, off the shore, just kind of the spine of Florida, but now most of it stayed out west. And when it stayed out west, it kind of hit into the Panhandle area. Now it's moving up the East Coast a little bit. There are some tricky things where it's going to go offshore, maybe potentially reform, depending on which forecast model you believe, and then come back. But that's something we'll talk about later. Besides that, Franklin is out there, but that looks like a storm for the fishes. It's going to keep going out to sea. And I'm going to put up right now here. This is from the National Hurricane Center. This is showing right here a graphic of all the activity. There is a lot of activity. And the National Hurricane Center did put out a few weeks ago now their 60% chance of an active hurricane season. So an overactive hurricane season. 14 to 22 named storms, I believe, is what it was. And it looks like it is starting with that right now. So I will keep everybody updated as the tropics are continuing to stay active. So if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button below, a little bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this, or I do go live. And it looks like just a little update. I'm going to be going live instead of trying to do every Tuesday. It's going to be every other Tuesday. So the gaming forecast live is going to be every other Tuesday starting this coming Tuesday. So look forward to that. Otherwise, that's a wrap for this video. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy this stretch of nice weather, and I'll see you all in the next video.